Hello, and welcome to Rolling Escapades, Season 2, Mission 1, which still means nothing to no one, which is the whole idea. You have to watch Episode 1 to find out what everything means. At this point, you should have seen, if you haven't, go back and watch, because they're going to be pretty good, 6 Session Zeros. There will be one glaring missing one, and you will notice that the person who is missing in Session 0 is currently at the table. There is a reason for that. It is coming. But it shall be with us shortly. As always, we are sponsored by Destai, makers of awesome chainmail goodies like key rings and dice bags and rings and necklaces and bracelets and awesome things like that. There's a link in the description below where you can go click on and browse the wares available. You'll also find some links to stuff by a guy called Christopher Rolls, something like that. I apologize, dude, I'm going to keep butchering your name. Who is...
As he butchers us.
who is doing artwork for us for this campaign, which is pretty sweet. Still not done, because it's the same week for us.
It's just a picture of a black square. Coming soon.
Yeah. But for the first actual episode, we'll have artwork for you to see what everyone actually properly looks like, which is going to be cool. There's a link to some of his stuff where he's done things like Izzy's most used, underused, something used airships.
Yep.
I still haven't checked the name. But it's a great PDF. Introduces an airship vendor called Izzy and a whole bunch of airships that the guy sells, just to create some different airships that are just the stat baseline in the DMG. That's pretty cool. And there's also, it's on DM's Guild, and you can find other stuff. There's another thing by him for like airship aerial combat 5th edition rules, which is pretty sweet. So you can actually have airship fights. But there's a whole bunch of stuff in the description for you to explore.
Slightly used airships.
That's it, slightly used airship. I might actually remember that now.
No fucking chance.
Yeah, that's fair.
I googled it.
Yeah. Cool. So, as you can probably hear and tell, my voice is fucked again. Because I have the best luck with things in the throat. But,
and I'm gone. Okay.
Only Monday.
Hey, that's good anytime.
So, the three of you we have Eldaran, Darek, and Shade.
I need a third.
I'll get you a good.
You have been requested by the Council of Jofriem because they have a thing for you to do. So you have made your way through Jofriem from the various places that you live to the teardrop in the center of Jofriem.
Is it building called the Teardrop?
It's a building called the Teardrop because it is shaped like a teardrop,
yeah.
and it floats above the center of the city.
Floats.
Yeah,
Yes.
floats. Yeah. It floats.
Magic.
It's all the teardrop soul serves multiple purposes, but the main thing you're there for right now is to go to the council chamber. The rest of what the teardrop serves will come at a later date. There are scattered around the courtyard the teardrop hovers over. Various small. There's a total of 8 small sort of square buildings, each of which contains a two-way teleportation circle.
What the fuck even was that?
That
was his fucking stick.
That just gave up on life.
He's been disarmed.
Quick, punch him.
Yeah.
It's a good thing my lip was on.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a building on each of the 8 major compass points, and they're just teleportations to a particular room, well, up to a room inside the teardrop, and then from that room you can gain access to the other levels teardrop if you have the authorization.
Or a large dog.
Or a large dog. Fucking really.
Yeah.
Sounds like a very small dog.
That's what the owners say.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
mean,
We've been through this before.
you
Yeah,
could
we-
probably
we-
ride
yeah.
it to battle. You put your cards
Anyway.
and seals.
So, you teleport up into the sort of general area, and then from there
We're not arriving together, we're arriving individually.
You individually, yeah. And yeah, teleported up to the waiting area for the council chamber, where you were all kept until the 3 of you have all arrived. You have met each other before, briefly in passing. It was sort of when you were sort of brought into the group. At that time, you were introduced to the people that you're working with, as it were.
Was it a dance do with their nibbles?
No, it was another
Black
summons.
tie.
It was just another summons by the council.
Oh, it's got weird tie.
You're doing this thing. Here are the people you're doing this thing with. So after you've all arrived, you don't have to wait very long before you're brought into the council chamber, which is you do know it is right at the top of the teardrop. There are no walls to it. It's just one glass window up the top. So whilst the council have their meeting, they can just look out over the city.
It's splendid.
At the top of the gherkin.
Yeah,
Yeah, except for its foot.
Except it's flies.
Yeah, no, obviously. I
Yeah.
just meant the glass.
Yeah.
And actually, to be fair, it also it gently rotates in the air as well.
So it's like the London Eye meets the gherkin.
not at speed. Not at speed. It's very, very.
You're like, oh shit.
There's no vibrations to it because it's not motors that are making it spin. It's magic.
No squeaky bearings.
Yeah. No sudden jolts.
Turn the handle faster, goblins. Okay!
This goblin flying around the handle.
Then you have the 15 members of the council sitting around before you. They do sit on a
I'm short by 2 lines.
unfortunate. Well, to be fair, you know who 2 of them are. You
Ah.
don't need to write those 2 names down.
This is a very good
Yeah,
point.
you're related to them.
Shut up!
Oh, we all know that. They're called Skylark, you're called Skylark. We know.
I think I could probably skip those ones.
Yes. But yeah, they are sitting in a it's a circular table which they're all sit around, but it's not quite a complete disc. There is a section at the side you're on that is has a gap so people can walk into the middle of it and sort of be addressed by the whole council. There's no one having to awkwardly crane their necks. Apart from the
Pac-Man
people
table.
being
Apart from people in the middle.
apart from the people being talked to, yeah.
Sounds about right.
But you have the ability to spin on the spot because you are standing. So you guys make your way into the center of the table where the council is waiting for you.
How high is the table?
How high is it? I mean,
It's
high
a
chair.
human sitting under it size. So
I mean, there are halflings sitting at it as well.
Oh,
So.
oh.
Yeah, but it's got to be big enough that humans can get their legs under. So
Oh yeah, I mean,
how tall is it?
there's sort of like it's a weirdly shaped table.
Oh,
Oh,
assume they just have boosters.
I can stand more on the dip so people can see my face a bit
Yeah,
more. All right, cool.
yeah, because it is a table where everyone can sit, but they all have just allocated places,
All right.
just to solve problems. So you don't have people being.
Is it like a Tom Cruise film? Is there like a box next to these two that I can stand on so I look taller?
No, unfortunately.
I'm on tippy toe then.
Yeah.
While slowly rotating. You're nowhere near.
No.
Anywhere near.
Yeah.
I'm not even near. I'm probably not near your belt.
Yeah.
As you guys enter, you are greeted by like smiles. They're not unhappy to see you. You're there. You received their summons, and they're happy that you're actually going to go do the thing. It is Erlisle who stands.
I bow.
Yeah.
Not that anyone can see, but I bow.
Well, she stands, so she can see.
All right, cool.
And she looks across at all of you and says, I regret making Erlisle the person right now.
Yeah, I bet you did.
This is gonna
She's a
hurt.
base.
She's really basic.
Yeah.
Grew up in the same place as Bane.
Dear. Welcome, through the three of you. Thank you for the prompt answer to our summons. We have a mission for you. The first that our group in front of us is being set on. Hopefully it is a successful one. We have high expectations. We have, through the help of the Shadow Guard, have come across the knowledge of an illegal fighting pit that is within the Vast Heights mountain range.
Vast heights.
Vast.
Virgin.
V-I-R-S-T.
V-I-R-S-T. Vast heights.
Obviously, we have pits or fighting arenas that we have sanctioned within the city. They are a place to test your strength and your might before court. But this particular pit is a place where you fight to the death. It is not something that we agree with. The primary goal is simple. We wish to, there's two goals. There are within the pits, the information we have, some dwarves that we wish to retrieve and recruit. They are tough fighters and have suffered much inside the pits they have been forced to fight in, and neither have yet to have lost. That is your primary focus, is to attempt to retrieve the dwarves. Does come with a simple caveat. We'd prefer both, but one is better than none. If you come across one of them, we're assuming they may well be inside the pits. But if you find one and they are close to or look like they are dying, retrieve that dwarf and leave the other one.
1 second, I see a hook.
Sorry. We'd rather have the strength and might of one of them rather than the strength and might of neither. Hopefully you are able to find the two, but if you can't, needs must.
Just check. Whereabouts are those? Is that mountain range?
It's there,
Okay, yeah. Cool.
and Jofriem is the big circle up here
Yeah.
somewhere.
Cool.
Map's not quite to scale, but
So we're going southeast.
yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Map was the first thing I did. A secondary goal for you specifically is the elimination of those in charge. However, the retrieval of the dwarves takes priority. We are going to be sending a portion of the city guard with you. Their main focus is the eradication of the pit. And also to provide a suitable distraction for your entrance. We know of the location of the pit, and we know of multiple ways in. You are going to be taking what we've seen so far to be a little used entrance. We're expecting it to be less guarded, but is quite far out. You will separate from the city guard and be taking your own route once you've hit the mountain range. But they are going to go in through the front entrance and create as much noise and destruction as possible. And they are to try and find the main pit and just wreak havoc. I believe that covers everything. Do you have any questions?
The dwarves' names?
We actually don't know right now. What we do know of their appearance, they are both heavily scarred.
Scarred.
What's her salutation?
Lyle.
Oh, cool. I wasn't sure if you
she's
referred to as Archmage or.
She sometimes, depending on situation, in a more. This is somewhat informal, even though it's before the whole council. In a more formal setting, she might be referred to as Archmage Lyle. But
cool. Do we know who is in charge of these pits?
We've had the reports we've had are strange. There seems to be dwarves in charge, but not dwarves of a ilk that we do not know. They have grey skin. It's not something we've encountered on this continent before.
Perplexing.
Yes. I'm going to be spending some time reading through our library at the Purple Helix and making use of the various temples to Ioun and seeing if I can identify what they are for future reference.
Well, if you find anything before we get there, if you can
I will send a message, yes.
nod in respect.
Can I attempt a history check? On grey-skinned dwarves? I mean, my background is sage.
I will say you can, yes.
Yeah, no, it's fine. 13's not enough.
You
No,
can
no,
attempt
not
it, but no, you can't pass it.
Well, I can always try.
Yeah.
Good to know that I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's much better to know you don't know than keep going, am I doing this?
Any other questions?
You mentioned information about the pit, such as the entranceway being little used, that kind of thing. Do we already have an informant or a spy there, or is this through has this information been gathered through scrying or other magical surveillance?
One of the shadows of the Shadow Guard has been making their way to and from the pits for some time now.
I sort of look over to the shady-looking guy.
I'm smiling under the mask, but you can't see.
I mean, there is also a wood elf, I believe. Yeah, wood elf on the council that is a representative of the Shadow Guard.
Yeah, I'd sort of like look at you, look at him, and go, fair enough.
Yeah. Which,
So I kind of turn to the Shadow Guard and go, is that shadow going to be there? If they are there, are we allowed to use them for them to maintain their cover, that kind of thing?
they are not there.
Okay.
They've done what they needed to do and left.
Is that because you're here? Okay. Just check. I now have no further questions, my lady.
Wonderful. Well then, I suggest you get ready because you're leaving within the hour.
I'm leaving the room instantly.
Okay.
That's, I sort of turn and notice you're not there and stop. Walk on.
Cool.
Bye, everyone.
Lucky guy. Polite.
So,
Yeah, do mission.
you guys make your way out. You collect the things you need to do. You meet the guards by one of the eastern gate.
I assume they are marching.
They are, yes.
Yeah, cool.
They have some. They do have.
Carts for wagons. Carts for wagons, carts for supplies.
Yes, yes. They have some wagons for use, and they specifically have a wagon that has nothing on it right now to place dwarves on if it is required. Look, just in case.
I thought I might buy that shouldn't.
So you travel across country because you can only travel cross country. There are no roads.
Yay!
At all possible times, I will be hiding, secreting myself in one of the wagons.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, sweet. I'm in an elephant. That's good.
I'll
Yeah,
be
buddy.
walking with the men at various points and chatting away as it.
That's fine. The journey is uneventful. It takes you sort of like 5 or so days to travel to the first heights.
Wow.
So just FYI, you two would have noticed that I have a habit.
He was
Oh, yeah.
Every few hours, I stop for a tea break.
Funny. Likes tea. Might have a slight
Yep.
obsession.
It's like half my gear is all my tea stuff.
addicted to tea.
The notes are amazing. But yeah, so you get to the base of the Verst Heights. You guys separate and head for the tunnel entrance that you've been spoken about. You do know, or you inform sort of en route that you can just you can head straight down that tunnel. By the time you've reached where they think it will come out inside, like the pit area, or the actual used pits, used tunnel for the pits, the guards will have made their way through the main entrance and will already be causing havoc at the other end.
Okay. Cool.
So you have a tunnel before you. 'Tis dark.
Cool. Beforehand, does everyone walk past without trace up?
I'm just going to say I have negative dex and I'm a paladin wearing
Oh, you're
swift mail.
having it. Cool.
Yes, please!
Yes.
I'm all done!
Good to know.
What's the name of the captain of the guard?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because
well-
if we need to, I have the cantrip message. So if we
Yeah.
need to get, if I need to get and do something specific while
Yeah.
we're,
You actually have like the actual captain of the guard, which is the dwarf Vobar Trollhammer.
oh he's the council member, right?
Yeah. Captain of the guard and council member.
Troll yeah.
Which actually probably Eldaran and Shade, you will know a fair amount. Or you will know of him in reputation
Who
at
was that,
least.
sorry?
Vobar Trollhammer.
Is he the dwarf stuff? Or?
Yeah.
Is he like the leader or?
He's the captain of the guard.
Oh, the guard. Oh, Vol.
Vobar, Vobar,
Mm-hmm.
Trollhammer.
Question regarding healer's care. Is it one-time use?
I think he's got 10 uses.
There it is, yes. Thank you. I couldn't see it on there and I was double checking in there and I still couldn't read it.
And he's
Yeah.
a city guard, did you say?
Captain of the
Captain
city
of the
guard.
city
Captain. of the-
That's what I was picking up but I forgot to put on.
Ah, fair. Yes, by reputation, the battles he partook in, he won every single one of them in the war. This is a guy who is a master tactician, and could hold his own in a fight. Like he would regularly take on like 5 or 6 humans on his own and come out unscathed, sort of thing.
Ooh, sure.
So he once they set Jofriem up, he was approached and was like, "Be in charge of defense."
Yeah. We are all okay with this.
And he happily took it. Troll hammer because he has a hammer and he kills trolls.
He doesn't like trolls very much.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
I've already cast message on him during the journey so he knows.
yeah.
So it won't be like, oh,
Well,
the halfling's talking in my head.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah. So he's prepared for it.
Yeah. I'm sure he's probably hung out with the magic.
Right,
before he
stealthing.
went.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
Go ahead and make some stealth checks, people.
So -1 from these.
I can re-roll that because I'm halfling.
Gotta love that shit, man. Gotta love that shit. -2.
Cool.
Does
Okay.
Splint give you disadvantage?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
And what is it? Add 10 for pass out.
Yeah.
Add 10 with pass out trace.
Huh, not too bad. 18. No, -2, so 16.
Was that with a +10?
Yeah.
Cool.
Or 10.
That was 16.
36.
Oh well, we've gone 34.
Ting, ting, ting. The fuck?
I definitely had 2 people here.
To be fair, it's a lot easier for them to hide from you because you're going into pitch darkness. You
Yeah.
just can't see.
I just can't see it.
Oh dear, human.
Yes.
Oh God.
No, I
I'm
can
leading
see.
the way there because I can see. Maybe.
I can see.
Oh, you can see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's got
He's got goggles on.
a pair of goggles on
Nice.
that he can
I'll
see.
buy halflings can't. Yeah,
So,
cool.
you two in front, I assume, and you with your hand on someone's
Actually-
shoulder.
Yeah.
No. Do you want
Me
to
at the
lead?
front?
You lead. I'll be at the back.
And I'll
'Cause
stand in the middle.
Yeah, so he doesn't.
That's actually
Wander
not a
off
bad
somewhere.
idea, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he was just having his hand on someone's shoulder, but
On a halfling shoulder.
I have my hand on his head.
yeah, that's
His
hand
head.
on the halfling's head, and like that's gonna do some back damage.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
It's gonna
It
break
doesn't really
half
matter.
a
It
twig.
doesn't matter which way because
Yeah.
we're both
One way or
sneaky
other.
enough.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fine. So you make your way down through the tunnel. You travel through the darkness for about an hour.
Okay.
Tunnel's a long way.
Yeah. It does like meander and wander through. It's not like a straight line tunnel. It's not like heavily worked. It does seem to be some sort of natural formation. But after the hour has passed, you.
Do you want to reroll stealth because pass out trace has dropped? Or is that last one?
Well, this is just at the end. You're still stealthing. You're all good. You spot as the tunnel sort of comes around a corner. As you're coming to that corner, you can just about spot like the edges of the flickers of like a torch, sort of lighting up the wall. Not hearing anything at the moment. You can just hear this. Probably you can just about hear the crackling of the torch and the flickering of flames.
Can you smell anything other than the smell of the smoke?
It smells wet. You're in a underground tunnel.
Dank cave.
Yeah, it's dank. It's not
Yeah.
pleasant.
Yeah, I'm just like smelling for like rotten foods or like blood or something.
Yeah,
Cool.
nothing like that.
And that the light from the torch seems to be the only source casting.
Yes, kind of, yeah.
How big is this tunnel?
At this point, it's not very sort of like it's maybe 10 feet tall, 10 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
Wide.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
It's
Shall
sort of- yeah.
I'm gonna step in front, shield out.
Cool.
And,
The weird part you already have running.
yeah, look
I'm
at you
not
two and then
talking,
start
you
walking
drink
forwards.
tea and he's whatever. Love it.
Cool. You walk around the corner.
Yeah.
What you see before you is it looks a bit out of place, but you can definitely tell you're entering the start of a place that's been worked. There is an iron portcullis that is lowered and blocking the path ahead. Sort of there is a sort of vague housing block built through it. And it's in front of the tunnel opens up into a bit more of a cavern. It's maybe sort of 20 or so feet wide, 20 or so feet tall. you can see this torch on the housing block of the portcullis, providing light. And you can see 4 dwarves, 2 on this side of the portcullis, and 2 on the other side of the portcullis. And on the other side, you can see the winch system to raise and lower it. The dwarves all have grey skin.
Right.
Bad kill.
And as you come around the corner, they look up at you. They have, they're all wearing scale mail. They all have shields on. They have war picks in their belt. They don't draw their war picks. Just they look up at you, and then one of them sort of, yeah.
How to phrase this? I really want to just say, I'm the law, but I'm not going to. I've come to collect some of your fighting dwarves by order of the council.
First I heard. Sure, your Murgol's problem. They step out of the way, and the dwarves on the other side raise the winch.
Okay.
I was like, go on.
Murgol.
Yep.
Question mark? Murgol. Cool.
Don't have to fight every situation.
Oh yeah, you're that.
Cool. You make your way through the portcullis. It doesn't creak as it opens. Surprisingly well oiled. It definitely seems little used, but it still crafted well.
Dwarves.
Yeah. As you're walking through, like the 2 on the other side are sort of like looking weirdly at the guy who told them to open the portcullis. Like, this doesn't seem normal, but sure. And let you walk through and lower the portcullis behind you and just...
The one who's throwing most Legos and give finger guns to.
Which is...
You're definitely going to die first.
Wow.
Definitely going to die first.
Past them, the tunnel goes back into darkness and carries on its merry way. Merry
way.
Yeah.
When it starts getting dark, I'm just going, I can't
As
see.
a merry tunnel, I will start skipping.
Between the flowers and the daisies.
Oh dear.
Cool.
That was a joke.
So,
No, but I can see you doing that.
Right, okay, that was weird.
excuse me.
I'll cast invisibility anyway, but they won't bother you so much.
Just hear you skipping.
Cool.
I'm very quiet.
So-
You won't hear me.
You guys
37.
carry on for sort of like 5 or so minutes. At this point, past our trace has gone. Are you recasting it?
I don't know.
I don't know. We might just keep
No.
walking through checkpoints.
No, because that cost me key points to do
Alright,
that.
cool. Everyone make
Yeah.
another stealth check.
That was worse. 4.
4. Good.
Oh shit.
You know how well I roll on stealth checks with disadvantage.
Wow.
28.
28.
9.
9. Good.
Ah!
All is going to go well. Just
One of mine was above yours. Actually, one of mine would have been the same as yours.
Oh, I have a, before we carry on, I just have a quick rules query.
Yes.
Passive perception, you take your perception score and add it to 10.
Yes.
Because my perception score is increased by Jack of all trades, does that also
Yes.
affect
Yes.
my passive? Cool.
Yep.
Just checking.
That's cool. quick modification.
You see a lot of shit as well, yeah?
Who's pooped?
Huh?
Who's pooped? I'm gonna say all the shit.
That's funny.
You carry on for another sort of like
a lot.
10-15 minutes. As you're heading forward, you start hearing very, very faintly in front of you what sounds like a cheering crowd,
Okay.
shouting and cheering, very faintly coming from ahead of you. You keep on going. You again come to a corner that has flickering torchlight on it. Fuck's sake.
Check around the corner.
Cool.
Another one.
As you
I'm gonna really annoy you now, aren't I?
No, it's just the fact that we're going through like blackness, flickering torchlight, portcullis, and probably another one and another one.
as you get to the corner and go
We're
to peer
rescuing
around.
really strong dwarves. We can
Yeah,
lift
I know.
portcullises up.
I
It's
know.
fine. The witches are on the witches on the right side. We can just use the witches to open them up.
Yeah.
As
You-
we run out.
You peer around, and as you're peering around, you see two more grey dwarves. Although these ones don't seem to be armed,
Oh, even better.
Excellent.
Good.
but between them is a very strange looking, what can only be described as a machine. It looks like it's definitely some sort of construct, and one of its arms is like a drill, and the other arm is a hammer, and sort of bound with bits of wires and metal sort of digging into it. In the center of it is another grey dwarf whose face is clearly contorted in pain. But the machine is sort of walking around.
It's like a Durgar mech, but he's like wired into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mordecai's
Not sure I'm okay with
Tophos.
that. That sounds.
Mordecai's Tophos is amazing.
Yeah.
That's one of the new monsters. But you peer around and see that. However, they are also aware of you.
And
Because
there's
unfortunately,
a portcullis in the controls
there is a
room.
portcullis. There is a winch on this side and on the other side.
Okay, cool.
But you're in a sort of 30-foot wide cavern, and the portcullis is at the other side of the winch next to it. The two dwarves look up to you, and the machine sort of turns. And as they look at you, you watch as the dwarves' hands, just from nowhere, these purple sort of pulsing blades just.
Good. So I fully step out.
Mhm.
I'm here by orders of the Council of Jofriem. I'm here to collect your fighting dwarves.
They look at each other, look at you. I was like, nah.
Come on, open up. We have business with Murgol. Come on.
Do you have a ticket?
A ticket? A ticket?
Yes.
Oh my god,
Why do you request a ticket when the previous guards did not request a ticket?
I don't,
The
because I
previous
don't.
guards are morons, and we're here to stop people getting in who aren't supposed to get in.
Do you not know who this is accompanying me?
I don't care. Do you have a ticket?
Oh my god, literally going through my head now is here's my ticket and bonk, but I'm not doing that stupid.
Yeah, no, I don't have a ticket. Fuck it.
Let's have everyone on initiative, shall we?
You do have advantage.
Do we?
Yes,
Why?
because I have a mace of warning. So everyone has advantage.
Well,
That's
I'll
good.
take that action.
um,
Well, one was a 2, but one wasn't, so that's fine.
One was an 8 and one was a 10. -2.
that's okay-ish.
Right, they will get above 20.
Yup.
I didn't get above 10.
Cool. So we have Darek. Wow. 20 to 15.
Oh, I just got 12 because he clearly said his.
Cool. So 12 for Shade.
Yes.
8.
8.
Respectable 8.
A respectable 8 for Eldaran.
Definitely going to be going last a lot. I can tell.
As long, yeah, that's fine. Because my first thing is just put you between me and them, and then I'm golden. That's all I need to do.
Okay. Darek, you're up first.
Cool.
I'm behind the paladin.
I move backwards 25 feet.
Cool.
Wow. Okay.
We're not in close combat, are we? At the
No,
moment?
no.
Right. So yeah, I'm just gonna shoot one of them with a crossbow.
Which one would you like to shoot? The mech or the other dudes?
I'm gonna shoot one of the purple magic swordy dudes.
That's fair.
Nice.
I think I've hit him. It's a 19 plus.
That
strength.
will hit him solidly, yes.
I don't get sneak attack, do I? No.
No.
Cool. That is 10 damage
10
of a
damage.
piercing nature.
Sweet. The arrow bolt, sorry, pierces into his shoulder. No, it is an arrow, whatever.
It's a bolt.
As well, I got it right. It does damage. Cool. Shade.
What? Wow, like, how far away from them?
You can run up and hit them.
Yeah, that's
You're at a speed
fascinating.
of like 35.
Oh yeah, fuck no, I have like 45 speed, yeah.
Speed
Fuck
of
that.
45. It's a 30-foot cavern. Like.
Cool, purple guy that he just shot.
Go ahead.
The
And bomb,
quarterstaff.
go for it.
Oh, maybe not. 13?
13 will not hit.
Didn't think so.
Yeah. He knocks
I
out
am.
of the way.
Wait. Can I. Shut up, you.
Didn't say anything.
Stop gesturing, you.
That's one.
I can dodge, but it's a key point, right?
Keep one to dodge, yes.
Yeah, I'm using that.
Alright, keep one to dodge.
Because.
You don't know what these guys do.
Shit, I missed.
Eldaran.
It's only a magic glowing purple sword, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure when I seriously fuck you up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. How far is it? Walking distance.
Yeah, you can walk
Cool.
to them, yeah.
I'm gonna walk up there to sort of shield up. There really is another way.
Oh god, he's a pacifist, isn't he? Oh, the love of
You hear a
fuck.
massive sigh and grunt next to you, just like. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm adding to your notes. Nepotism. Nepotism.
Well, the purple guys go with the purple blades.
They're not purple, they're just got purple swords.
Yeah. I mean, they're grey with the purple blades. They both do an incantation. One of them's looking at Shade. One of them's looking at Eldaran.
Sweet.
And then the one you hit, Shade, is going to attempt to stab you
Cool.
with his purple sword.
I tried to hit him.
He will miss on a 12.
Yeah, he dodging.
Cool. And then
That's. I'm glad you were dodging, and he rolled low. Cause I'm like, do I burn my reaction on that one?
and the other one is going to attempt to stab you, Eldaran.
Sure he is.
That's a 23.
That will hit.
with like your AC's probably.
19.
Yeah. It don't matter.
As it punches your body, you don't feel a stabbing sensation. This blade is not corporal in form. It goes straight through your armor and just hurts you in the flesh. So you're taking that's fucking shit.
Yes.
You're taking fucking shit.
You take 6 points of force damage.
Oof.
Interesting.
This is an interesting bit.
Mm-hmm.
I won't finish the bit coming next. I assume the interesting bit's coming next.
Up next is the construct.
Here we go.
The drill turns on.
Which will step forward to. Who got closer to it?
Where was
Same
it?
distance.
I know,
It was
yeah.
in between the two.
Then
things.
I
I think
guess
it's probably
we're-
We're
equidistant.
both
Yeah.
about the same.
What's it going to hit? It's going to go for you.
Cool.
So the drill sort of forwards towards you.
You're still dodging.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
So 21. Sorry, an 11 won't hit him. And then as it
What the
pulls back,
fuck is that?
the hammer swings round towards you. And 11 still won't hit.
Mate, I'm doing some smooth moves here.
Cool. And we come back to Darek.
I'm so glad I fucking dodged.
Yeah, it definitely helped.
Okay. So the big mechie thing missed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sure. Then the one that I shot before
Yeah.
I'm shooting again. Or trying to. No, I probably have 20.
20.
Yeah.
20 hits.
Cool.
Yeah.
I get sneak attack now,
You do
right?
get a sneak attack now.
Mhm.
Right.
All the D6s.
I'm also learning an inspiration,
Oh, nice.
Okay.
and I'm using psychic blades.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you're that one.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm that one.
And that's oh, you can't reroll those.
Nope. So that's 10. So 22.
Yeah, it dead.
Nice.
Jimmy should specify between.
It dead.
It
Oh.
dead.
It dead.
That's not the one that stabbed me, is it?
No,
That's one go for me.
Good.
yeah. The bolt shatters into its sternum. You hear cracks, and then like blood sort of pours out its nose.
Ugh. That's so cool, that class.
Shade.
Cool. Other purpley sword guy.
Yeah, go for it.
Bonk. Dice.
Oh, you're using court staff, aren't you? Not very effectively.
Did we miss?
It was an
Mhm.
8 on the
There was a
dice.
5 again on the dice.
Oh, was it 5? That looked like
Yeah.
Okay.
Bonus
You
action.
need your actual stick back. Would that help?
I do need no. Bonus action. I can what? I can't.
You can
What?
throw a punch. You can find a key point
Oh, you
again.
can punch.
Kick.
can't I?
Kick, kick,
You can
kick.
kick. You can headbutt. You can elbow drop.
Disengage. Keep on.
Yeah.
Teabag
Nah,
him.
I need those key points still. Let's bonus action and try and kick him in the balls
Go for it. Make a punch.
because it's
Wherever.
funny. Yeah, that should hit 19.
That hits. Yes.
What's? Oh, I don't
D4.
do monk, huh?
D4
Thank you.
plus dex.
3.
do now.
Yes.
Yeah.
8.
8
That's a
damage.
pretty powerful kick.
Pretty good kick. Not enough to knock him over. He,
No.
does step back. So the blow isn't quite as brutal, and hits him in the stomach more than his balls. But he's a bit winded. Eldaran.
Help, dude.
How's he looking?
Like he's been kicked to the stomach.
He's gonna get hit in the face. I'm gonna bonk him.
Go for it.
Thank fuck. Oh, I teased you so much.
I know. What a bitch. That's plus 6, so 14.
14. 14 is what you need to hit.
Oh, nice.
That's 9 points.
Cool. Now he looks hurt.
I told you there was another way.
Good.
Okay, cool. And that thing goes. Cool. His turn. We'll do one thing. He's stabbing back at you.
Cool.
I don't know how I achieved that. Let's do that again.
Did you cock it?
It landed, did a spin, and launched itself back out the dice tray.
Funny.
However,
We
that
need
one-
a dice tray cam for you.
I know that one, however, is a crit.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
God damn.
It's fine. It's paladin.
Oh my god. 7 force damage.
Rip.
That's only one more than the non-crit.
Yeah. The
Because-
previous one was bad.
Because he lost concentration on something. Cool. The mech is changing targets. It's just hitting the thing closest to it, which is now you because you've done a run around. So the claw or drill is a 16, which won't hit.
Which will not hit.
And then the hammer is a 14, which won't hit.
Will not hit.
There we go. Darek.
Does that mean that the mech is now standing between me and Darek?
It's sort of just next to. I mean, yeah,
Oh.
sort of, yeah.
Shooting the mech.
Cool. Are you aiming for the mech or the dude inside?
The dude.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I don't think psychic blades will really hurt the metal.
He's going to have like
Possibly
cover.
not. You can opt to hit the guy inside. You have disadvantage in the attack if you do so, but you will do additional damage if you hit.
Because cover.
Sure, I will try.
Go for it.
No.
10?
A 10 does not hit the guy inside. It hits one of the various metallic parts and sort of ricochets off. Yeah. Cool. Shade.
Sorry, the other guy went down though.
Yeah, there's only the mech left.
Sure. Let's follow the same principle and try and hit the guy inside the mech.
Go for it. Make an
Course
attack roll with disadvantage.
Doesn't really matter 'cause I've not been hitting anyone anyway, have I?
No.
Oh, mate, nah, I don't know. What's that? Numbers. It's 15.
15 hits one of the metal parts and doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's 2 numbers, dude.
Yeah, that's
Cool. Eldaran. Oh, unless you're punching. Are you punching?
God, that's got fucking hurt, but yeah.
Punch the other guy then.
Cool.
Clang.
There's only one dude left.
Oh.
It's just mech guy.
This time you have to punch the mech. You can only do it once per turn.
Yeah.
Target the guy inside. So this is just a
I
normal
said
roll.
it's gonna bloody hurt. But punching metal.
Misses.
No one.
Eldaran.
Donk.
I get the feeling doing a shove is not going to work on this guy.
I mean, it's only a medium.
Oh, is it?
It is medium. You could shove it. Yeah.
In which case I'm going to do Shieldmaster shove, and
to make the attack action.
so I'm going
first.
to do that and then.
Yeah. Cool.
So
Are you attacking the mech or the dude?
mech,
Cool.
and that's a 17.
17 just hits. Let's roll some damages on that.
Oh my god.
That's 9.
9 damage. Cool.
And then it's a contested strength to shove.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not
Or athletics actually, but.
sorry, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Strength, athletics, +4, so that's 21.
4. Are you knocking it?
I'd like to knock it prone.
What?
It is now prone.
Thank you.
Funny!
Shield bash it to the face and it falls
Holy
prone.
shit.
Yeah, Shieldmaster, really good.
You've got some fucking strength.
Cool.
Wow, now that's super disadvantaged. Cool.
Oh yeah.
Doing anything else with your turn?
Nope.
Moving. Cool. Its turn. It stands up.
Yay!
Yeah.
Of course.
And is going to try and drill and hammer you again.
Sure.
So the drill misses on an 8, and the hammer also misses on an 8.
This guy is having really bad
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah. Darek.
I'm gonna try and pop his brain. I'm gonna whisper at him.
Oh, I love it.
Are they distant
Dissonant?
in nature?
So he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Cool. That's a 14.
Shit.
It's probably just, isn't it?
It's only half, right? It's half damage.
Cool.
Nice.
What spell is this? Dissonant Whispers.
This is the whispers, yeah.
Sweet.
So he takes 5.
25. Cool. Which also means he doesn't suffer the other bad effects.
No,
of
he
it.
is around like. Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Shade.
Let's keep going with the guy.
You're trying to hit the guy. Cool.
Yeah, why not? Feel bad enough anyway. Had misses. That's 4 on the dice.
Fortunate dude. Punch.
Yeah, punched him neck. 8 plus 8, so
16 does not hit.
No. No. Fuck this shit. Come on, man.
You get a good rhythm going, though.
Same again.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for these crits.
That's a 15.
This
So
does not hit.
doesn't hit. And then shove him.
Cool.
And that's the same number again.
It got a 23 this time.
Yeah.
So. Cool. Its turn. Doing the same thing. Drill against Eldaran. There we go. That's a 24.
Nice.
That will do 4 bludgeoning damage. Oh, it says claw. That doesn't make any sense. That's piercing damage. That's definitely piercing damage. Definitely
Slashing?
should be piercing damage. Huh?
Three.
Claw
was
is
that?
bludgeoning, do you say?
Yeah, the claw is bludgeoning, which makes no
Yeah,
sense.
'cause it could be like it's just like it's not sharp.
That's
it's just a
true.
compression thing.
I mean, I've
maybe.
called it a drill, so it's piercing damage.
Sure.
Do you have every armor master?
Yes.
You take 1 one piercing damage,
So that's.
and then the hammer
Hammer down.
misses.
I think. Let me just double check. I do that.
Just have to hit the neck.
I was sure you did.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Darek.
But now I'm doubting myself.
That didn't really work very well, did it?
Not
so
really.
I'm going to shoot him again. Fuck him.
Go for it. Are you shooting the mech or the dude?
The mech.
Cool.
Yeah, 23.
You hit the mech. You do get sneak attack.
Yep.
Nice.
That's nice. 15 piercing.
The damage you're doing to the mech is causing like the mech to sort of collapse, but you can also see it bouncing back to the guy inside. There is
How
like
is he actually held into this thing?
there's bits of metal sort of stuck in him.
Yeah, he's wide in.
Yeah.
That's
There's just like blood sort of like starting to drip out of his nose, out of his ears. The wounds that he's already got from the bits of metal stuck into him are starting to ooze. Cool. Shade.
So the mech. Oh, that should hit 19.
19 hits.
Yay! Thank you. I'm actually doing stuff. Now I'm like, what the fuck am I doing rolling? 1d6.
D8, you can two-hand it.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
our first RDA?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Bonk bonk.
D8 plus 5.
Come on. 7.
Cool. It's enough to crush the mech and kill the dude inside.
Yay! After all that,
Literally, as the
paid
mech,
off.
as the
Calculated.
mech collapses, he dies at the same time.
Oh, good.
He's stuck in there. Yeah.
Fucking
Cool.
piece of shit.
I take a few moments to kneel down and say a prayer.
Yeah.
What on the dude?
So the portcullis is down, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
the portcullis
okay.
is down, but there is a winch
Cool,
this
you
side.
do your prayer. I'm pissed off because I missed. That knife's coming out and just like.
I start trying to use the winch, but I probably can't make it work.
I doubt you can.
I mean, it's you'll push. Probably not going to get.
Can I
moved.
make the athletics check?
You can make the athletics check. Yeah.
Go for those 20s.
5.
Yeah, it's not moving. I mean, it's well oiled, but it still requires a fair amount of strength.
Crazy dwarves.
After time, you'll open it. It's easy enough for you to open it.
Yeah.
You'll wind it up. Everyone can go through, and then you can leave it open if you want, or lower it from the other side.
Oh wow, it just locks up.
You can lock
Oh,
it
you
up.
can lock it. Okay, cool.
I have a quick search of the two guys with the purple swords to see if they have papers or whatever that might.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, the purple swords have gone when they died. They just- but they actually don't have. I mean, they have between them. They have maybe like 6 silver. They actually have no pieces of paper on them at all.
All right.
Nothing that even like remotely resembles a ticket.
Cool. I'll pocket the money.
Yeah.
I'll wait on the other side for you.
As you guys pass through the portcullis, there is a sudden you do hear ahead of you a loud, like, raucous cheer.
Almost one.
And you start making your way down, following the tunnel further. And then you travel another, like, sort of 5 or 6 minutes, and there's from ahead of you, there's like a loud explosion. You hear the sound. You see like bits of dust and little bits of rubble fall off the ceiling.
Oh dear, we're late.
But you make your way down to the end before it reaches a fork.
That sounds like our cue.
You have a left and a right. You can hear the sounds of like screaming and panic coming from the right.
So that one then.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. You make your way down that way. Interesting, you don't run into anyone. You don't see anyone. But you follow the path through, following the sounds of the sounds before coming to a. You come out into an open area. You see it before you get there because it is lit, and you step out. And you're in like a sort of like a viewing box, as it were, like you would have in an arena. It's an raised VIP area, and you are looking out across a circular arena. One side of the where you can see the stands, one side of the stands, the wall has been blown in, and you can see a bunch of city guards sort of
There we go.
in a fight with something, with some more grey dwarves over there. Vobar is enjoying himself in the middle of this fray. Interestingly, there doesn't seem to be anything that sort of stands out as a guide. They just look like grey dwarves. There's nothing particularly funky about them. On the floor beneath you, oh sorry, not before you, on the floor of the box you are standing in, you can see a heavily scarred dwarf. Like, his face is fucked.
Is it
Target
alive?
acquired.
Hard to tell because you're looking. There is a great axe on the floor next to him. He has a bunch of open wounds across his body, and he's lying in a pool of blood.
I'm gonna go and do a medicine check and see if he's alive.
Sure, make a medicine check.
We can get down from
That's a
what we are, right?
16 plus
Oh, no, he's just doing it from
wisdom.
viewing.
He's on the floor of the box.
Oh, the box. Oh, where
Yeah.
we are. Right. Okay. He's in a
Yeah.
room.
17.
17. He is alive, but you're looking at it, and there's something not right.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Beyond the scars.
yeah, beyond the scars. Yeah, it's like he's breathing, but not heavily.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not as heavily as you'd expect for someone with that
That
many
many.
cuts
Mhm.
and that amount of blood. There is a lot of blood for someone who's thing.
I'm going to dump a cure wounds into him.
Go for it.
Which is the cast that.
Yep. Don't roll the die because the magic has no effect.
Wow.
Oh well. Is there anything on him?
He's wearing a what do we call it? Like a robe made of various woodland animals, sort of stitched together. His upper torso is bare. He's got the great axe.
Okay. I don't know why he doesn't get healed.
Can I make an Arcana check to see what the fuck just happened? Because that magic didn't work.
Sure. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Please, come on, please, buddy, please. Ooh,
That's
maybe.
better.
20.
20. I mean, there are spells that can suppress magical effects. Of particular interest is like anti-magic field, but if it was anti-magic field, you wouldn't be able to cast a spell in the first place. So it's
Something specific with the
whatever's
dwarf.
with that dwarf. Yes.
Right.
But this was the one that we had to try and rescue anyway. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Matches. I mean, heavily
matches the
scarred to
description.
fuck dwarf. Description matches.
Is there,
Oh, actually, what
apart
should
from
we
the
have about-
apart from the dwarf lying in his own blood and with his axe next to him, is there anything else in this place?
Not in the box. Looking down, there is the pit.
Mm-hmm.
How
are the
Are
guards?
we like above the bleachers? Kind of thing?
You're sort of like above and next to. Yeah.
Can he be stabilised?
I don't think he actually needs it.
He's not bleeding out.
He's
Oh, he's not actually
he's
bleeding out.
unconscious.
But there's definitely something wrong.
Yeah. How are the city guard faring against the grey
I mean-
dwarfs?
They're overtime winning.
Cool. I'm just gonna pick him up.
Oh, good. I was about to actually ask you to do that, but cool, you beat
Let's
me
go.
to it.
Awesome.
Job done.
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make your way back out.
Shield in one hand, body in the other.
You get to. It's easy enough to make your way the whole way back. You get to that first portcullis. No one else is there. You get to the portcullis you first encountered. The 4 grey dwarves who were there are no longer there.
They've gone.
They've just scarpered.
Who would blame them?
And you make your way out of the tunnel back onto the first mountains. Wait around for like another 10-15 minutes before the guards come back.
Mhm.
Reappear.
I'll do what I can to physically treat his wounds.
Yeah.
Clean them and just patch them up.
Yeah. There are less of the guards than there were, but not that many less.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the caravan you need, the wagon you need to carry someone on. You place in there. You start making your way back to town.
I brew up.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Naturally.
For the next,
So I think I'm going to drop cure wounds on myself because I've got
that's fair.
some health.
The journey back is uneventful. The dwarf does not wake up
Mhm.
for the 5 days it takes to journey back.
The fuck?
They remain unconscious for that full 5 days. However, as you are on approach to the city, you guys sitting in the wagon with the dwarf.
Should we long rest to get hit points back?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
There's a sudden movement, and the dwarf sits bolt upright.
Where?
Throndraek, would you like to join the table?
Don't give him the option. Tell him to join the table.
I don't want to.
Join the
Stick
fucking
down.
table.
No, he had a cross.
Throndraek, you've woken up. The last thing you remember, you removed the upper part of one arm, shoulder, and head from the torso of Murgle before collapsing again. You are now beneath open sky with a halfling, a human, and a wood elf looking down at you. And sort of in the background behind them, a large city with a weird shaped floating building.
Any wounds patched up?
Oh yeah, your wounds are gone.
Oh. Welcome.
Who the hell are you? Where am I? Where's Murgo's head?
Is that name again?
I am Eldaran Skylark.
I'm Darek. Pleased to meet you.
The head.
There was no head.
Where did you
Well, I
last
took
see
it off him next to me.
That would explain the blood.
We didn't see a head. I'm sorry we couldn't find your friend.
My friend, Taklin. He was in the arena. Oh, he's dead now.
Oh.
He went out fighting.
I'm glad I didn't write that down.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Where are we? Where are we going?
I shout to one of the guards, Sergeant, supplies, rations.
They'll bring over some food. Which,
Yeah.
when the food's placed in front of you, you'll realise you're fucking hungry.
I put water skin next to it as well.
Where's my axe?
I'm supposed to that. We've got it as well, right?
I believe he was sleeping on it.
I'm not carrying it.
I'm not.
Is it just next to me, or?
It would be.
I mean, yeah,
eventually.
I'm sure it got picked up.
Or one
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
guards is carrying it and we get it back from the guards very quickly and give it back to you.
I'll munch down some food and make some notes as to what the fuck, where is he?
And as you consume, I'll explain that we're on the way to Jofriem, the major city of this area.
What the fuck's a Jofriem?
As my learned companion directed, that is Jofriem. Does it have a name, like a title?
City.
No, but like you, cities have names.
Jofriem of the floating building with.
Like yeah, City of the Floating Tier or something.
Right.
Probably
Nickname, kind
should
of.
be a thing for it, and I haven't got one yet, so
Cool.
there
No
will
worries.
be one at a later date.
I like the floating tier city. That sounds
No,
good.
that's not what it was going to be.
No.
City of racism.
That actually was going through my head just now.
I'm worried
No,
about who
like
I'm
elves.
playing with.
Everyone knows it doesn't like elves. Present company accepted.
Yeah, man. Like, be careful what you say about
I
elves.
like elves.
They're like the elves that are left.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of bad blood.
So,
So what do you want with me? Why'd you pick me up?
orders
We
from the
were
council.
requested to collect you because of your skill set. We didn't know your name, but your reputation as a great warrior made it as far as our city, from all the way from the mountains where you were.
I'm Throndraek.
Throndraek. Wonderful to meet you.
Hmm.
We were hoping that you would join with us and help us in our missions to make the world a better place and to rid the world of more Murgols and others like him.
Sounds good to me.
Excellent.
Better than the life I had before, anyway.
And I killed the DM accidentally. Excellent.
You'll learn more soon. We have a meeting with the council once we return.
I look forward to it.
Now, eat up.
That's already gone.
Putting some more rations down. Like,
Additional point of note: your shoulder blades ache like a bitch.
Oh, okay.
Just yeah.
During that conversation, then I'll be there going kind of like
Stretching it out.
stretching my shoulders out.
Good, bad key.
So Murgol was the man, the dwarf in charge of that arena,
Yeah.
and you killed him.
Well, I thought I did. His head came clean off.
That's usually a good sign.
Well, that's very good because we couldn't find him. Part
Although-
of our mission was to remove him from.
It's hazy. I just saw red.
Well, that's the colour of blood. So
Before I took his head.
well, until we find
The
evidence
dying
that Murgol isn't dead, let's say that you killed him.
Sounds good to me.
How far?
I guess thanks for an order. Cheers.
How far is the city?
Like, still 10-15 minutes out.
I'm only sorry that you were left there for so long.
Not as long as I've been there. Oh, you
Yeah.
mean in the pits in general?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. 70 years is a long time.
Blinks a couple times.
It's brutal.
Huh. I am sorry.
Damn.
70 years. in the
That particular one was probably like 11 years. No, that particular one's probably like 6 years.
Particular what?
That particular pit was about 6 years.
Right. So you're all from here then? Where is here? Apart from Jofriem. What continent am I on?
Oh god, yeah.
I was
what
about
cons-
to be like,
Yeah.
you know what continent you are.
Vavanor.
That's it.
Vavenor. Vavanor.
2 months best mimicry there.
Yeah. That name means nothing to you at all.
Has Vobar got a map on him? Has anyone got a map on them?
Uh,
I know you've got a map on you, but that's not.
I mean,
For his purpose, as in.
they have a continent map on them.
Right.
Yeah. They don't have a world map on.
Sure. I show you the continent map.
Yeah.
Point out where we are.
Not a continent you've ever seen before.
I mean, I haven't seen much of the world before.
Can you read maps?
Lots of the inside of ships.
I can see a map.
Your comprehension of all the spooky lines is something else.
Otherwise.
So where are we?
I just sort of lean out
Big city.
there,
Hmm.
which is like slightly off centre and up from the middle of it. Big. Oh, damn it. Hey. Good enough for memory. We really need to get that scanned and printed.
I'm going to redraw it.
Or redrawn, yeah.
I've got to redraw it. I've got to redraw it as a map that you guys can use.
Yeah.
Well, when's this meeting? How long till we get back there?
Well, if I know the council, as soon as we get through the gates, they'll be waiting.
Well,
20
I'm gonna have a
minutes.
rest.
You have earned it, my friend.
Enjoy.
I'll just lay down.
Cool. You guys ride into the city. The council pick you up, take you to the thing. You have a brief talk. Information is given to you that you already have, as in John has.
That you've been given beforehand.
Right, John remembers that.
Yeah.
John does not remember that. Sorry, I just have to be
the basis for the campaign that I'm not yet explaining on camera.
Such a tease.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Yeah, because it makes people watch.
What?
Stuff and things.
And you are given a place to stay within Jofriem. And you guys are congratulated. Well done. You did good things, and that is
Really?
Yes, we did good things.
We were given 2 goals. We achieved half of one of them.
Oh,
You,
no.
you were given a primary goal and a potential secondary goal if it came to it.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
and he did the second one.
We think.
And so all the guards did. And I went, that's the goal, we're going.
Yeah, and the primary goal was try to get both, But if you can only get one, one's good enough.
One was nearly dead and one was actually dead.
Yeah.
Turns out. So yeah, cool.
But yeah, that ends the first mission. So thank you very much for people for watching. Stay tuned for the second mission where we'll have more people and it will be more fun.
Yay!
And you guys can all be level 5 now.
Yes,
Yes,
extra
because
pack.
I was definitely level 4 on my character sheet.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Yeah, I can do cunning actions now.
I've got extra attack, so I can shield long.
Yeah, I have 75 hit points again.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Do go find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. There actually might be a lot of stuff going on Instagram, sort of now-ish. If we've actually decided to get up sorted with it, but go check out Destai, go check out Christopher's stuff, and hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.